Hello everyone, welcome back to this week's video. We went to a famous Swedish store, Naturkompaniet, where they sell loads of winter clothes now. In this week's video I tell you a little bit more about the winter clothes I choose for the hopefully very cold winter here in Sweden. And I also tell you a bit about making fire. So come and follow me in this video on a little campfire talk. Hello, welcome to this new video. We're at Fjallraven outlet or Natuurkompaniet outlet. Because this video will go about what to wear when it's cold. As we are in the winter period now, it's like -12 today or so. So it's a little fresh. We're gonna shop some warm clothes, and then later I will tell you what we bought and why we bought it. Because we need some warm stuff. Like this is already nice. It's wool and it's really warm. So let's go in and see what we can find.
Nou, straks 30 graden vriest. Ja, dat...
Fluffy en warm.
Ja.
As you could see, we were in Natuurkompaniet and we shopped some things. I shopped the least of all because I already have quite some winter stuff, but I shopped this new wool insulated jacket, which I'm gonna put on now, as it's not that warm. With walking it was quite okay in just a long sleeve, but now this feels a bit fresh, so it's nice to have this thicker jacket. Now I want to talk a bit about what kind of stuff I'm gonna use the next months in the winter time to hopefully stay warm, as it is now -10, 11. I now still have like only a base layer with this thick jacket, but I could also wear my down jacket, for example. Like a beanie is something that I wear most of the days now, because it's just nice and warm over the ears and you lose a bit less body heat. Also gloves are kind of mandatory. Let's maybe start with the gloves, as the other gloves are on top in the bag. I have these really thick ones that I got from the heat company. You can put them over these liners, and then this is like really warm. For now I also have in this heating pad, which is yeah, just a nice extra warmth, and also just to show you that you can use that if you get cold hands. Yeah, and then let's talk about layering. I think it's really important to use layers in your clothing. So for example, now I have barefoot shoes, which are not really warm, but yeah, they're still warm as long as you're walking. And in that I just have like woolen socks. Underneath my trousers I have like a wool liner, which is like wool 200 or so. You also have like different categories. So this is like a medium thickness. Yeah, also my shirt underneath the jacket is like a 200 thickness. I think you also have like 230 or 250 and even 400 and 600 and also less. But yeah, the lower the number, the thinner the item is that you are wearing. So yeah, for now it works with only a jacket and a base layer. If it's gonna get colder, I think like maybe from -15 or so, I think I definitely need something under the jacket and on top of the base layer. So then you have 3 layers. For example, use something like this. This is also like a wool shirt. I'm really a fan of wool products because they just keep you warm, because yeah, a sheep also stays warm with their thick woolen coat around them. So yeah, I have this, like for example, just a woolen vest that I can put over my base layer. And if that is not enough, I also have a down jacket. It's like a down 800 kuin, or however you pronounce that in English. Actually I have another down jacket, but that's at the repair shop, and that's 1000 kuin. So yeah, that should be even warmer than this, but I'm still in doubt if that will be warm enough for me to get through the winter. So that's why I bought this jacket, because this is like also wool, and I think for -30, which it also can be here in the winter, but we don't know yet if that's gonna happen. I think yeah, a thick jacket with a down jacket together, and then maybe 1 or 2 base layers, and for example a vest, yeah, should do the trick. At least I hope so. Something else that maybe can be nice is something around your neck. I still have this left from my time in the military, so it's really nice to have that around. And yeah, it's really a warm one actually. And then yeah, we get to a different part, the lower part of the body. Yeah, as I said, the barefoot shoes are not that warm until I think -15, or yeah, even if I'm sitting now, I'm here like 5 minutes, I think, and it's already starting to get a bit cold on the feet. So I have these boots. This also with like a wool inner layer, and then yeah, waterproof outer layer. There's also an insole with aluminum foil, and aluminum foil reflects the cold back to the ground in this case. I think with the optional heated inner soles, I can't get cold feet anymore, isn't it? Also socks. I have these woolen socks. This is like an open structure of wool, and because it's open, it keeps your body warmed in between the fibers, which yeah, makes it a quite warm sock, I must say. So warm boots, warm heating pads and wool warm socks. I guess that will do the trick for not getting cold feet, because that's a bit the thing. If you get cold feet, then slowly your whole body gets cold, because the cold just gets into your muscles, into your bones, and then you get cold everywhere. Yeah, some other important things to have, I think, is like a thick trouser, and this is yeah, really a specific winter trouser. It has like a nice furry inside. I think it's like a double layer of this G1000 fabric from Fjellraven, and then yeah, like this really nice and warm furry inside. I can really say that this is a warm trouser. Okay, if you're gonna stand still, then everything in a while gets colder, but yeah, this one, I can tell, takes a very long time to get your legs cold. I also use this with a base layer, so a long johns as they call it, which yeah, just gives it a really nice warmth around the legs. I think the last thing clothing wise, what I'm gonna address now is how to stay warm on your head. And I think this is really the best solution for that. It is such an amazing hat. It's it's not even a hat, it's like a beanie kind of, I don't know what it is actually. A mössa, they call it in Swedish, I think. It's very warm. I can already feel my head heating up now, so yeah, this is really nice. And it also looks good. So if you want to make a fire, because it's cold, for example, the birch tree has like a very good bark to make fire, and you can scrape it off a little bit so you get like tiny flakes of bark that can light up. Then if you have this, then the chance of starting a fire is a bit higher. And make sure that this is really dry, so keep it in a pocket, for example, and don't take it off the tree immediately in the forest, because then it's still a bit wet. I also chopped a few of these smaller sticks, and just to start a fire. It's cold now, so fire needs a temperature, and the temperature comes with heat. And if you straight away put on chunks of these size, then that doesn't really gonna light up your fire. So yeah, just use the smaller sticks. You can even break them two pieces, then they get like a bit thinner and more small parts that can catch fire. I always put the starter on a firm underground, like this piece of wood. If I would put it in the snow, it's also not the best to start a fire, because it's cold and it gets wet. And then with a fire steel and a knife you can make these sparks. I don't know how good I am today. No, okay, like this then. Then put on some more birch bark and smaller pieces of wood to start it up. So start small with smaller pieces. You can use like extra bark to make the fire a bit bigger and grow. And fire also needs oxygen, so don't throw big stuff on small flames, because then there's a big chance that it goes out. As the fire is growing, you can put on some of these bigger pieces of wood and kind of make like a pyramid, and this fire is good to go. So if you get cold, then this is also a solution to stay warm. Make a nice warm fire. It's really warming in the winter, and it's also really cozy. And I hope I can make loads of fires this whole winter, which will give the days also a bit more light. Oh, if you hear some bangs in the distance, we have a military area close by and they are shooting today. So that's why you hear big bangs. There's nothing going on for the rest. There's no weird stuff or scary stuff, but it's just military practicing. So it's maybe not even necessary to always have wood with you, because also loads of Swedish fireplaces or shelters have wood. As you can see here, it's underneath the bench even. I brought my own wood, but it's nice for emergencies that they have this here, and they put it on loads of places in all of Sweden, so that's really good. So you can always kind of stay warm or get warm somewhere. So I think it's also important that you kind of know how to make fire. I hope these little tips helped you. I'm maybe not an expert in making fire, but I'm already doing that for, I don't know, 25 years or so. So I hope this video also helped a bit in understanding how to stay warm, that you have to put on some layers, like maybe 2 or 3 on top of each other instead of one thick sweater, because that doesn't keep you warm, at least in my experience. So I always go for multiple layers, and then you should be fine. With this, I want to say thanks for watching. I'm gonna enjoy this little fire here until it's get dark. Speaking about darkness, actually, I almost forgot this. It's like headlamp, which is really bright. This is only red. And I choose red because that keeps your night vision. So it's actually quite important to always have a light, at least in countries like this, where it's now almost 3 o'clock. The sun is already under for almost half an hour. So I think I will walk back in the dark, but yeah, with a headlamp then you kind of get safe out of the forest because it gets really dark. That's no problem. With a headlamp, I always have like multiple headlamps. This is only red. I also have one with white and red, but that's a little less bright than this. So also for when I go hunting aurora, this is very nice because you can actually see where you walk. So, and with this, now I want to say again, thanks for watching. See you next week. Hey doll!